Okay, here's a look at the emini S&P for Wednesday, November the 9th, 2011. We're taking a look here at the market profiles, and we like to do that at eminidaytrader to gain a better perspective of what we think the condition of the market is. This is today's market profile, and this is yesterday. This one right here is what occurred overnight. And so we had been in this up auction. We knew that we were looking for potential support in around the 51 area if it were actually to get that low. And as you can see, by the time the market actually opened in the regular trading hours, it was down there at 44. So that 51 area actually flipped over and became resistance. And so 51 is right about here, and you can see the market did not quite reach that 51 area in the regular trading hours and then started to sell lower. Our next support was at 37 right here, which is almost exactly what the market got to in the overnight session. It hit that area in the first hour and then had a pretty good bounce up, actually making new highs just after the in the first couple of hours of trading. But then it had the big spill as it was rejected from these higher prices up in here, and then from that point on, really for the rest of the day, ended up by selling off, coming all the way down. So pretty bearish development. There is potential support right near today's low, but we would have to see that come in fairly quickly. Maybe overnight if it just dips a little bit below and then comes right back up. But otherwise expecting to have some follow through here with the next support area in around the 15 area and then around the 9 area, 12.15 and then 12.09. So this up auction that we have been in really got turned right around here with the surprise developments in Italy. And of course, we've been playing off of Europe here in a very substantial way for quite a while. And so I guess from that perspective, it's not as that much of a surprise. But then again, this 12.15 area to 12.10, if it doesn't hold in that area, that's a pretty major development. And then of course the market could be set for a pretty major sell-off. So as it stands right now, we're more in a sideways kind of condition. I would consider around the 31 area as good resistance at this point. We also like to look at the market profiles from the regular trading hours, so each one of these profiles is what occurred each day, or for one day. Here is our software right here, and you can see our trades that were set up. The first trade that we had set up was actually a long trade here. We got long right in here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the bounce at that time. We did get stopped on that trade. We were stopped out on that trade. So that was our first trade. You can see our next trade here with the down red arrow. That was an entry right here. We were still in the green, so we did not take that trade. So our second trade ended up by being this short here. You can see it was actually triggered here. Our dash red line across here didn't actually get filled on this trade until over here. Took about 40 minutes to get filled. So that was our second trade of the day. And as you can see, it had a tremendous sell-off. Just kept holding on to this all the way down here. Just a beautiful move. We ended up with over 17-point gain on the final partial on that trade. The next trade that we had was this short trade. You can see there was a couple of short trades triggered here, but the corresponding entry prices, as you can see, the market never did get up to that height. But it did get up to this height for this trade, and we had a beautiful fill right here for our third trade, filled right in here, a nice short. We did not take this long right here. As you can see, we do have a blue up arrow on this one. We were in the neutral filter, and we had come back down, and we were trading below that key 37 area, which is what I had been mentioning on many previous videos. We knew that to be a good support / resistance area, and obviously we had the good support there early in the day, and then it broke down here through it. And once it had done that, we'd actually changed our intraday bias to down. So we're kind of fortunate today, I guess you could say. I mean, this is the kind of fill we don't often get. Just a beautiful fill right here. on this short trade. We had a long time to get into the trade, just filled us beautifully, and then started to sell off and continued to do so. We were in that trade for over an hour, which is, I think it actually moved over 20, yeah, a little over 20 points it moved for us, and just over 17-point gain on the final partial on that one. So anyway, that's really what we're looking at right now. We're looking to actually be a seller in around the 30 area initially if the market can get up there to test today's lows. If the market gets rejected off of the low from today, which was a potential support area in around the 22 area, then we could have a bounce and maybe start to erase some of the area from 30 and then a little bit higher, even maybe back up to 37. But those would be the key prices that we'd be monitoring, as well as obviously the low today and then down to 09. So any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at eminidaytrader.com, or you can send us an email at info@eminidaytrader.com, and of course our phone number too is on the website. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and we'll see you again tomorrow.